Hey guys, Rascal here. And today I figured we'd do something different. We'd do us a nice little trailside chat. I know. Workbench chat seems to be everybody's favorite. I like doing them, and I know a lot of y'all like watching them. But I wanted to do something different, and I know y'all get tired of watching me work on RCs all day. And when they're broke, I don't really feel like running nothing. And yeah, I've done the snake check for today, so I done that before I started recording so I could do this for y'all. And we're going down we started at Trailhead. We're just stepping down in here into the Skeeter Creek portion of the trail. I'm going to take a knee here close by the creek so y'all can get a view of how deep that is from down low. Now one from up high. Yeah, I know cameras don't really do that much justice as to how deep this is. But, alright, there's part of the trail. And that there, back through there, is another trail that last year got growed up on me during the last trailing season because I did not have a rig capable of using it. I got a few trails right in that little area there. Well, more like one trail that forks to come out in two places. But it's mostly so I can get back yonder to keep the creek cleared out so as to where that remains drivable. Or more specifically, them two holes right there remain drivable. Because the water is about 4 or 6 inches, something like that, down right now, right there. But when that water comes up to level with that shelf, that hole becomes so deep, even a waterproofed SCX-10 would drown. Or the older style plate Red Cat Everest 10, the one with the side plates, not the frame rails, but the plates, would drown. I do not have any pictures or video of that. I wish I did. I would gladly show y'all one drowned in there. But I figured I'd do this as to talk to y'all about trail plans as well, because, well, this is again part of crawling. It's much like with if you got a short course race truck, you got your racetrack. You got to work on that. You got to work on your truck. You got to have your tools. It's always the place. Only thing in our great hobby that you don't have to worry about building or keeping up is when you got an airplane and you're flying in the air. Only thing you got to worry about is what you're crashing into. Where I'm at, if it ain't privet, it's pine trees. You know, there's a good old pine right yonder, old pine. Been struck at least twice by lightning and still living. But anyway, I think because plan for this fall in the fall trail building is I want to put a bridge in. I think right in here, about where that little clump of whatever that is, oak or privet. Probably put it in right next to that privet tree on this side, the left side of that privet tree, because over here on the right side is my descent, my steep descent down into Skeeter Creek for the trail exit. And I don't really want to mess with either trail, so I figure if I could come in like right in here. I thought about, just on the left side of that tree to do it. Come in to about right in there. you know, good little ways back from the edge, so that way it don't cave in, because this has kind of got a bit of an undercut, if you can see right in there, and we don't want to crash the truck coming off the bridge. So thought about that, you know, nice long bridge right in there. It's about 12 feet. So approximately, my rough guesstimate, approximately 4 meters across there. Approximately. Rough estimate, guys. Rough estimate. Another thing on Far Creek Approach, when it gets down to Far Creek Trail, it has a little creek to cross over down there. And over the course of this past year, it was kind of a naturally made earthen, I called it earthen bridge. It was just a bunch of dirt packed on some roots. Well, the privet tree that the roots belonged to has died and fell. And the water has actually eroded with as much as we had as eroded that, as to where I no longer have a bridge there. So I'm going to have to put a bridge in down there. And that's going to be fun, because that goes from this clay topsoil mix directly into sand. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Another thing, can't really see it because of all the overgrowth, but up yonder on the Robert E. Lee Bridge, most natural bridge up there, I've got to do some more work on it to get it to where I can drive onto the bridge to go across from this side of it. The far side over there it's enough of a slope off of the tree I can just drive onto the ground without getting anything stuck. And fall of the year also, like, I got a lot of brush cleaning to do, because every year is trail reclamation. And when you got stuff like privet and wait a minute vine, as we call it, is briars with them big old long thorns on them growing across your trail, it takes you a little bit to clear them. A little bit of effort, a little bit of force. Doable. And then other vines and stuff that just die throughout the year get hanging down and in the way. So all that's to be cleared out. I got to cut all that brush back this fall, because I don't like brush that between me and a creek when I'm trailing, especially that close. Also, this little crap right in here at the edge of the creek is all got to be cleaned back up again, especially right in here where I need to do some more dirt and rock work, because right there at that white spot is where I always like to do a secondary crossing using, if y'all can see it, I don't know. Yeah, right there, it's a cinder block. I use it and that big rock right there, and they always get washed out every year. Every spring they get washed out, and then every fall I put them back in. So that's how that's done. Okay, that's just dirt there. It looks weird. Guys, in this area, like I said, I've got to stay on my toes looking out for stuff. Whatever that looks strange, I got to investigate it, because usually if it looks strange, it could be something deadly. And by deadly, it's not necessarily the type of deadly snakes we have in the state of Georgia, because there are some in the world that are deadlier than what we have here. But what we have here is so many of deadly snakes. We have water moccasins. We got the sea snake. I want to say like a coral snake in places in Georgia. Well, we have two types of coral snakes, actually. We have the tropical black and white coral snake in edges of Georgia, which is, I think it's still just as deadly. And then we have another coral snake in here that's red, black, and yellow. And there's two types of them. One that's venomous and one that's non-venomous. And to be honest with you, I don't want to get close enough to tell the difference on those two snakes. Also on venomous snakes, we have water moccasin, coral snake, red, black, and yellow coral snake. In my area, though, the black and white coral snake ain't really a problem. But we do have the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. We got a timber rattlesnake. We got the cottonmouth. Anyways, there's a bunch of others in that list that's in my area. It's like nine of the 10. I want to say 9 of the 10 deadliest snakes in the U.S. in my area. So I've got to keep my eyes peeled out here for that. And plus, too, looking for a snapping turtle on occasion is fun as well. And then that's just snapping turtles, box turtles, and that's it on turtles. To my knowledge, there might be more than that. I just don't know. And I know there's more snakes than what I mentioned, but I was just going off of the deadly ones in the area. Because we also have king snakes, rat snakes, the little green garden snakes. In my opinion of snakes, he's the one I actually like to see the best. Because he keeps the mice gone. The little green snake keeps a lot of the bugs gone, which keeps the spiders gone. That's content for another day. I don't want to get into them because 2 of the deadliest spiders in the world in the state of Georgia. 3 if we count the pets. But we're not counting pets because I don't want to get into that. We have the big cats. We have panthers in my area. We have black bear in my area. We have mountain lions in my area. What else do we have in this area as far as for lethal animals that can kill you? Wolves, coyotes. Basically, my area, everything out here can kill you. If you do not respect it. That's why I stay out of the woods during spring and summer. I let the animals have the woods. Fall and winter, I share this plantation. Well, it's not really a plantation, but it's a speck of land that I'm about the only person that actually goes into it. During the fall and winter, the main animals that are moving is a deer, a fox. Fox always move all year round. Coyotes, but they're nighttime creatures, so I don't really do a lot out at night, and they're more scared of humans than humans are of them. But, anyways. Enough of the animals and that. Also, I know the video down my second video I ever uploaded, the Skeeter Far Creek Trail walkthrough. It was before I cut in North Loop that goes on up the creek and cuts back and comes back in it ties in over there at the Robert E. Lee Most Natural Bridge. But I've got another trail I started working on this past year that goes from North Loop around and ties back into Far Creek Trail on the other side of the trail, up there at the end of it. And then there's a few more little trails back out in that area that's some fun that I was working on, but I never really finished because, well, I run out of time and I didn't have a truck capable of really testing them to fine-tune the trails because Outlaw was and is still on the bench. So that's that. What else do I need to tell y'all about? Oh, another thing that we don't all talk about. I need to do it, save it for a special video, but I don't know. I give y'all just a little heads up on them. Another tool we don't all talk about that I know all of us own at least one of is a good machete. That's mine. Charade. But it's got the, I don't use it, but it's got that little blade sharpener there. Only time I do, well, take it back, I do use it I use that little blade sharpener when I'm on the trail and my blade is dull to the point it don't cut nothing. But, yeah. For now, that's what I got. Peace. See y'all in the next one. And links to the Magnatfied forum are going to be below.